Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Beautiful Stitches. I'm glad you're here with me. Today we're going to be joining the collarless jacket that we cut on our previous tutorial. Okay, here is my pattern paper. I've used it to cut out the fabric and the lining. Okay, so we'll be joining the fabrics together. All right, so I'll remove the pins from the pattern, the pin I use in holding it. Okay, all right, this is the center front, this is the center side front, and I've also cut out the facing for the front. I use the same fabric to cut out the facing for the front. This is the side front. I've cut out the lining and the main fabric, and this is the center back. The same thing I've done to the center front and side front is the same thing I did to the side back. And this is the sleeve. I've also cut out the lining for the sleeve. Remember, it's a 3/4 sleeve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to remove the pattern papers and let's go deep and see how we join the fabrics together. Here is my fabric. This is the center front. So what we do is we pick one side of the center front and pick the other side and we join it together. Okay, just the way I'm doing. This is for the side front, so I'll pin it so that I don't mix it up with the other one. So let me pin it down. Okay, let me pin it down and separate it from this one. So we'll sew it down. So I'll also pin the other side. Okay, this is the other side of the front bodice, so you also pin it down. Remember, right side facing right side. Okay, so sew it down from the hem down to the shoulder. Okay, we also join the facing with the lining. Also, we pin it down the side front and center front. Okay, pin it down so that we don't make mistakes while joining it. All right, so also pin down and keep it aside. Then we also pin the remaining facing. Remember, I've added my gum stain on my facing, the fabric I'll be using for my facing. So pin it down and drop aside. The same thing we did for the front panel is the same thing we also do for the back panel. So we pick each of the side, the center back and the side back, right side facing right side, and we'll pin it together. Okay, we'll do the same thing to the lining too. Okay, pin it together and keep it aside. We are doing mix it up while sewing it on our machine. Okay, all right, so the same thing I've done for the side panel is the same thing I'll do for the lining. Okay, so let's continue. So what I'll do now, I'll take it to the machine and sew it down. All right, I finished joining the sides together, center front to side front, center back to side back. As you can see, I've joined and I've also given it a good press so that it will stretch out. Okay, as you can see, this is the back panel. All right, so what I'll do now, I'll take it to the machine and hold it down from the hem down to the center back at the neck line. I'll do the same thing for the lining. Then for the lining, so what I'll do now, I'll take it to my machine and join the two back panel and also the lining for the back panel. Okay, let me take it to the machine. All right, I've joined and I've given it a good press. As you can see, this is the back panel, as you can see, and also this is the lining for the back. I've also joined the two sides and I've given it a good press. All right, so what I'll do now, I'll pick the front panel, one side of the front panel, and join it to the back panel at the shoulder point. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. Okay, I'll also do the same for the other side of the front panel. As you can see, it's taking shape gradually, so I'll hold it at the shoulder point, right side facing right side. The same thing also applies to the lining. I'll also take the front panel that contains the facing and also join it at the shoulder line. Okay, just the same way I'll do for the main fabric. So let me do it now. All right, I finished joining it together at the shoulder point. As you can see, that is the joining. I finished joining it at the shoulder point. As you can see, I've given it a good press too. Okay, as you can see, it's coming out neatly. That's the lining. I've also joined the lining at the shoulder area. As you can see, I used my 1/2 inch seam allowance to join it at the shoulder area. Okay, this is my lining and this is my main fabric. So what I'll do now, I'll align it on my working table. Okay, let me align it on my working table. This is the front, this is also the other side of the front. All right, this is the wrong side, and this is also the lining. This is the front bodice, one side of the front bodice and the other side of the front bodice. Sorry, I forgot to mention, my lining is 2 inches shorter than the main fabric because I'll be folding it, and I will not want the lining to show at the hem of the jacket. So I'll turn it around. By the time I turn it, about 1 inch will be in the wrong side of the jacket. Okay, so I'll be joining the 2 sides of the jacket. Just watch out what I'm doing. I'll hold it down from the armpit region, from the armhole down to the hem of the jacket. I'll do it for the lining, and also I'll do it for the main fabric, the main bodice of the jacket. I'll hold the 2 sides. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. After holding the 2 sides, what I'll do is to attach the sleeves. Okay, as you can see, I'll attach the sleeve. After holding the sleeve on the sides too, I'll attach the sleeve for the lining and for the main fabric. Okay, as you can see, I finished joining the sleeves. I finished holding the 2 sides. As you can see from, okay, yeah, that is the sleeve of our jacket. I finished joining it. Okay, this is our main bodice. Our jacket is already taking shape, and this is our lining. I've also attached the sleeves for the lining. Okay, as you can see, it's looking very beautiful. So what do we do next? At this stage now, we are rounding up with our jacket. So remember, at the center back of the lining, I opened about 5 to 6 inches on the lining. So this is for us to turn our fabric. After sewing round, we'll bring out the main bodice from that open end and we'll close it up either by hand stitching or with our machine. Okay, so what I'll do now is I've turned my fabric wrong side, right side facing right side. So I will make sure my fabric is aligned together with the joining, just the way I'm doing it. Watch out what I'm doing. The lining and the main bodice of the fabric, join it together round from the neck, from the back neck, the center back neck. You join it round the fabric down to the hem of your jacket. Okay, let's do it together. As you can see, I'm pinning it down. This is because I don't want it to shake or move while sewing round. Okay, so this is my jacket. I finished pinning it. What I'll do is to take it to the machine and sew it round. All right, Okay, here is my jacket. I finished sewing it round. So what I'll do now, I'll bring out my fabric from the opening I made at the center back. As you can see, we are almost done with our jacket. So you bring it out from that point, and here is my jacket. Okay, as you can see, my jacket is gradually taking shape, but remember the sleeve have not been joined together. Okay, this is our jacket. As you can see, we've joined the body round, we've sewn it round. Okay, as you can see, our jacket have taken a very beautiful shape. So what we do now is to join the sleeves together. So as you can see, the sleeves are open. So what I will do next is pass through the opening I made at the center back and bring out the sleeves, the lining and the main fabric. Okay, just as I'm doing it now, you bring out the sleeves and then you align it with the fabric, the main sleeve and the lining. You pin it down. Okay, making sure the right side is facing the right side, and also you start it from the end where the sleeves was joined together. Okay, as you can see, right side facing right side, and the joining should be on the same point. So we'll pin it round for the both arms. Okay, let's pin it together for the both sleeves. Okay, as you can see, I finished pinning down my lining and my main sleeve together. So what I'll do is to take it to the machine, sewing machine, and join it together. Okay, all right, as you can see, I've joined my sleeves together, the lining and the main fabric. So I'll pass through the same opening at the center back to bring it out, just the way I'm doing it now. Okay, you push it out from that opening there. As you can see, just watch out what I'm doing carefully. Okay, this is our sleeve. Our jacket is coming out beautifully well. As you can see, our sleeve is ready. So you do the same thing for all the other sleeve too. Remember, the sleeve, the lining for the sleeve is shorter than the main fabric. Okay, so this is our sleeve. This is the second sleeve. As you can see, our fabric, our jacket has already taken a beautiful shape. So what we do now is to close up the opening that we made at the center back. Remember, before you close up, you must measure your jacket to be sure of your measurement before joining. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Okay, so what to do is to take it to the machine and close up that end. All right, this is the end of our tutorial. If this tutorial has been helpful to you, give me a thumbs up and don't fail to subscribe to my channel. As you can see, our jacket has taken a very beautiful shape. I've given it a good press. It has come out neatly and very beautiful. You can give it a trial. You can try it on your own and paste it on our Facebook group, The Beautiful Stitches. Okay, all right, this is our jacket. Thanks for watching till the end. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share my videos. Bye bye. See you in my next tutorial.